Hello, welcome. My name is Jill, if we haven't met, and I'm the Director of Soul Care for Holy Yoga. Thanks for joining us today, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of settle us into the monthly theme this month for September. So if you've joined us in the past, then you know very well that we, as a ministry-wide focus, we have a monthly theme every month. The past few months we have looked at, during July, we looked at a theme called Exhale, really practicing the discipline of Sabbath. During the month of August, we looked specifically what it means to live out passion with a purpose. And this month, here in September, we are looking at a theme we're calling A Time to Build. And it's really interesting. I think as our team got together, one of the people that it is just really obvious that he was a man after God's heart who built something great because he was just faithful and stayed in covenant with God is Nehemiah. And I've camped out on this really for the last several weeks in preparation to meet with you. And just a few key things that I'd like to really kind of invite you to consider as we think about what it means to participate in God's timing to build our own homes and our own communities, and more importantly, in this whole mission of creating disciples and sharing the love of Christ with those around us. So the thing about Nehemiah, we could camp out all day just on chapter 1. What intrigues me most is that Nehemiah was a man after God's heart. There was nothing, the vision didn't come first. The regular practice of meeting with God did. And through that, after seeking information for how is Jerusalem, what's happening there, then finding out the news that everything had been totally devastated, Nehemiah fell apart. He fell apart before the Lord and begged and pleaded and fasted, and it wasn't in order to immediately change things, but to be right in step with God's own heart. And that's what's most intriguing to me. Nehemiah was able to express he was able to feel, he was able to express his feelings of kind of a holy rage, that holy fire of, God, this is who you said you would be. This is who you say that you are. These are your people. Let me remind you who you said you are and who you are to these people. And God, use me. The thing that I really want to camp out today on is, even after Nehemiah has, he's serving as cupbearer to the king. He's in a prestigious place. It's a place of honor. He's a man of means, but he's faithful, and it takes him 4 months later. So he's still in this state of sadness, and it is just not right, and my heart is broken. And the beginning of chapter 2 starts with the words 4 months later. He didn't go tell his friends about the vision of rebuilding the wall. He didn't summons a committee. He didn't present a proposal. He didn't write anything down. And then even after the king asked him, Nehemiah, what is going on? And it was not a place and time where emotions were easily shared between servant and king. But Nehemiah openly shares he knew exactly what it was that he needed to ask. He knew he had a battle plan in place. And even after he's got the okay to go, and he goes with the community, he doesn't go alone. He's got that all figured out. It's this verse right here in chapter 2 that is most intriguing to me as we think about what it means to participate in a time to build with God. Here it is. I'm going to start reading in verse 11, and I'm reading from the translation called The Voice. Nehemiah says, "Nevertheless, my journey continued until I reached Jerusalem. After 3 days in the city, under the cover of darkness, I was accompanied by a small group of men. The true God had placed a secret plan on my heart, and there I had left it hidden until the time was right. No one knew what it was I imagined for Jerusalem. That's a verse that points to who Nehemiah was and who he knew that the Lord was. The sort of intimacy, the sort of trust, the sort of, I don't have to do anything ahead of my time. I can be faithful because I know that God has given me the dream. He's given me the vision. He's given me the means and the resources and the plan and everything I need to fulfill and see this dream come to fruition. But yet he held it secretly in his heart. And I think that, what would that look like for us if God's calling us to build something in our own homes, in our own communities, in our own ministries, in the kingdom that he's placed us in? What would it look like to wait upon the Lord, to continue to be faithful, to meet with him, to rely on his trust that he will provide the right timing for the plan to be revealed? So friends, that's the charge that I leave you today as we consider what it means to exhale in trust, to live out our passion with a purpose, and this month to build this time, that it's God's time, that it's not ours, that we're not building, that we may never even see the sort of building that God is asking from us. We may never see it with our own eyes, but it's God's plan. So I would just encourage you to take that to prayer, take that to journaling, to meditation, continue to read Nehemiah this month, and check out a Holy Yoga class in your area. Visit us on the website, holyyoga.net. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, social media, and then just let us know what does a time to build look like for you. So we're praying for you. Thanks for tuning in. God's blessings.